Hi, welcome everyone. So we're here because we're a bunch of creative designers that are doing sustainable or upcycled or recycled types of stuff. And the mission of this group is, and we're going to rewrite this as soon as some volunteer with writing skills jumps in to do it, is to support indie designers that are working inside sustainable and upcycled parameters to make commercially viable garments. So our support for each other includes everything we can think of, from cross promotion to education to collaboration, emotional support, goal setting, accountability, sharing information, sharing opportunities, friendship, anything that we can do to kind of push each other and this idea of rethinking the fashion design industry into more sustainable ways. Anything we can do inside that. That's our mission. So I want to just invite you all to introduce yourselves really briefly before we talk about our projects and what we're going to do.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Lauren Bacall Snowden. I just go by Lauren because Lauren Bacall is too much to say. I'm not really sure what to call myself. Maybe I'm a hobbyist, maybe I'm a designer. I don't really know yet. I do like to sew. I started off sewing for my daughters because I didn't like that all of the shorts that were available to them in the summer, I felt were too short and their little chickens were hanging out the bottom of the shorts. So I got a pair of boys shorts from a thrift store and cut them and then sewed on this little like lace stuff and made them all girly and pretty. And it just like took off from there.
I'll go next. I'm Ann Willis. I have a degree in clothing design and construction that I used years ago doing pattern making and technical work. But then I stepped out as we moved to Olympia, Washington that doesn't have a clothing industry. So I stayed home with my kids, but I've always kept sewing. And now my interest is trying to upcycle.
My name is Sherry Noble. I have a business called Maison La Macon, and I work a lot with leather. It's not primarily leather, but a lot of my collection is leather based. And this project interested me because I do get feedback about using leather, and I'd like to kind of make up for some of my sins.
Hi, I'm Sachi. I'm still figuring out my way into like what as a designer I want to do, but it is very much into the recycled industry that I'm leaning towards. I do have a fashion degree from New York Fashion Designing, and I was working as a fashion stylist at Armoire till 2019. While working there, it's a rental fashion business, and whenever they were like something wounds out or there's a button falls off, we used to sit and like repurpose it or like make the design go in a different way because all those were like branded clothes. We didn't want to let go of it. So when I was involved in that, I kind of enjoyed the process, and I thought about, hey, why there are so many clothes around that we can turn it to something beautiful and make use of it. Then I started a YouTube channel where I do try to make such things and show people how to, in a very small way, how they can fix their clothes or how you can make something out of it. I do model too, a bit modeling, so that is another side of my passion where I try to try all the parts of the design aspect or the fashion field. So I want to not stick into one field.
So I am Gleneva, and my brand is Unique Designs. And I think I only know Lauren because we've been in some shows together. So I am a self-taught fashion designer. I don't have a clothing degree or a fashion degree, but I've been sewing. My mom is a seamstress, so I learned from her. She doesn't use patterns, she freestyle, and that's kind of the same thing that I have gotten into, where I either make my own patterns or I just freestyle cut. What I love to use is unconventional fabric. My favorite fabric to use are upholstery fabric to make garments. So that's me in a nutshell.
My name is Elena Haas, and I'm going to go by Elena Corinne. And I'm not trained at all. When my kids were growing up, I kind of got tired of the costumes, started doing that. And then I kind of discovered period work and pulled out, like, I found old 1700s tailoring books, and I found that fascinating to figure out how they measured and go have that done. And so I just I'm more someone who pulls up something and like figures it out or stares at a garment and goes, okay. And then my brain's always designing for people. So my background is film and theater, and I've been a film producer for quite a while, but been taking a break, especially during COVID. But I'm really interested in like adaptive garments and just all the things that kind of get missed. I just am always kind of intrigued by those fashion areas that are getting missed, or the myth of like size determining whether or not we can look good in something. So
Yeah.
I don't know, I saw this and thought it would be a great chance, and I could run things by you guys, because I think the final details I really like, don't get sometimes. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
I just want to say, I also have a background in film and video. I saw that on your Facebook profile, and I was like, oh yeah, we're going to bond there.
Yeah, I think we have mutual friends. I was like, oh, hey. So yeah, cool.
My name is Maria Venturini, and everything that I do is recycling. It has some recycled material, some of them is the whole thing is recycled material, and I love that. And I love that from something you can create something else. And if you see here, I have this that I made from 2 pillowcases and a bed skirt. So, and I went to a Goodwill Designer Challenge and I won in 2016.
Hello, my name is Mercedes Atkins. I'm a new designer. I learned sewing our traditional regalia and outfits, and I just wanted to branch off more. I've been following different designers and just thought I would like to make more garments. And I noticed a lot of people, new designers, are out there and they honor Indigenous people, Native American people, but I also would like to start moving into incorporating more Indigenous Native designs and I just recently started making bags and coats is what I want to specialize in.
Just quickly to introduce myself, I'm Stacy. I'm a student designer, really. I go to Seattle Fashion Academy, but it got shut down during COVID. But I have a background in film and video, so I'm very, business oriented and been out there doing shows. And I have a little pop-up shop I started last summer. So I'm very excited about the business side of things too, and I'm very excited about networking. And right now, my creative juju is all about us coming together. Like, this is really where the creative juice is for me.